3-1 Rays lead. We got to the 5th inning, and here's the Geico great moment in history. October 30th, 2001, President George W. Bush stepped onto the mound at Yankee Stadium to throw out the first pitch. That's Game 3 of the World Series, just 6 weeks after the 9/11 terrorist attacks. And B.A., you were there. In fact, you started that game.
I did. That was, all of this I missed because at this point, I was warming up down in the bullpen. But the atmosphere at that game, with what was going on in the country at that time, I knew then, I don't care how long I would continue to play, would never make a start bigger than that one. It was surreal to say the least.
One can only imagine, to have been in your shoes, what that was like. An unbelievable life experience.
Yeah. Well, and we had played the first 2 games of that series in Arizona, had won both, and then flew to New York. The day before was an off day, and they took us down to the World Trade Center, the site, and we were down there for a few hours, and going into seeing things and smelling. It was just you just can't even really describe it. It was something else with all the the first responders down there, everybody that was working and spending time with them, and then having to all of a sudden shift gears and, oh, by the way, we got a World Series game to play the next day. It was just strange.
3 months removed,
yeah.
But really way too fresh still from that tragedy.
Yeah, and that was it. Well, the October 30th stretched into, we took a week off. I think all of Major League Baseball was shut down for a week, but it was just a strange time. But the New York, the crowd there with George W. Bush throwing out the first pitch was just like something that you maybe never get a chance to experience again.
Yeah, there were a lot of individual steps back, but collectively, one of the biggest steps back for the U.S. was that night.
Yeah.